We've been waiting for that thing. And now that I have it, I can't even use it.
We're definitely worried about her visa, and if we don't activate it right now, we're not gonna have an opportunity.
So dudes, welcome back to the #1 YouTube channel in the entire world. Today's a very special video because we are going to be reviewing a brand new couple named Andrew and Amira on 90 Day Fiancé. Andrew is 32 years old. He looks like the Walmart version of Post Malone, and I honestly mean that in the best way, and he is from California. Yeah, definitely don't get it twisted. When a guy hears they look like Post Malone, whether that's the Walmart version or not, that's a big up. And the love of his life, Amira, is 28 years old, and she is from France, specifically the French countryside, a small town in France, and I don't know why she's trying to come to America. I feel like every girl in America would rather be in a small town in France. Bonjour, 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 bonjour. There goes the baker with his tray like always. So like I said earlier, Andrew's from California, specifically Roseville, California. He runs a daycare center with his mother. So guys, nobody tell Colt and Debbie because I don't want them to be jealous, but I'm assuming that this guy has a weird relationship with his mom too. And I'll be honest, the guy seems really nice and really likable because from the opening scene, he puts on a night costume and then he greets the kids by saying, "Who's ready for story time?"
Hi guys, who's ready for story time?
Yeah.
All the kids freak out. They're like, "Oh, I'm ready for story time. Oh, tell me a story." I don't want to be too nitpicky, but the only thing that confused me about the daycare center is that his mom was actually dressed up as a hula girl. Meanwhile, he's dressed up as a king and everyone's dressed up like knights. All the kids are actually dressed up too. So I'm not sure what the hula girl has to do with the overall theme of the knight and the kingdom for story time. Oh my God, Mom, everyone knows that the hula party's on Wednesdays, not Thursdays. Did you even read the pamphlet? You thought I would have noticed, Andrew, but your wet sock misses no detail, bud. Andrew says he never in a million years would have thought that he would be owning a daycare center one day. He says that typically men don't find themselves working this job.
I'm a man who discovered the wheel and built the Eiffel Tower out of metal.
He goes on to say that he does this job because he thinks that a positive male influence is very important. And you know what? I would just like to say that's exactly why I made this YouTube channel, because I think that a positive male influence is so important. It's not because I'm a troll and I like making dumb videos on the internet. It's because I actually want to, you know, give the good energy out in society for the children. Guys, come on. Can you at least try to pretend like you're buying the bullshit spewing right now?
I run the daycare center with my mom, and we operate it out of her house.
Oh, that's so pretty.
I work 12 to 13 hours a day, so I don't necessarily have an opportunity to maintain a large group of friends, and so a lot of the times I'm comfortable hanging out by myself.
This is good information. So Andrew's a little bit of a loner. I'm also a little bit of a loner, so I totally understand that, you know. I haven't always fit in everywhere. I don't want to make this all about me, but it is. Enough jokes. I have serious breaking news about this couple. As I glance through Amira's Instagram post, I noticed something, or in this case, someone very strange, thirsty in the comment section. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Ash from 90 Day Fiancé, everyone's favorite public speaker.
So what if we learn to balance the masculine and feminine within us so then there's not really a distinct difference between the brains?
The thing is that you can balance them, but you will be always in that essence of a feminine. There's different, how to explain that?
If you haven't seen my video on Ash's unforgettable seminar about gender roles, watch that video after this one because it slaps. Basically, he says that women can't go fishing because they don't have a nothing box and men do. He also plagiarized his entire presentation from a comedian but made the joke worse. Ash said the following to Amira on Instagram. I don't speak French, so I'm not even gonna attempt reading that, but when I ran it through Google Translate, this is what I came up with. Amira is lovely to you. I couldn't find the TV channel or this broadcast your TV show, but I'm still looking.
Damn, girl. That ass can fart.
I'm sure that isn't the correct wording. Google Translate sometimes isn't accurate. So I got a question for my French wet socks. Is Ash trying to slide or what? Hey Ash, I get that you're trying to suck a fart out of Amira's dumper, but you're gonna have to chill, my guy. She is in a relationship with Andrew to my knowledge, and that dude runs a daycare center for children, for crying out loud. Dude's trying to be a positive influence in children's lives, and you're trying to send his fiance. Unbelievable. I guess bro code is officially dead. Wait, you guys, it doesn't stop there. Ash is mad thirsty. He is commenting on most of her Instagram posts. Ash is even commenting on posts of Amira with Andrew. Andrew, watch out, my guy. There is a fox in the hen house.
The male is more towards, they're very logical about their way of being.
You heard it here first from Mash. Males are smarter than females. He definitely has the incel vote. Just ask Big Ed. We'll talk more about this sus activity later in the video, but for now, let's go back to reviewing this couple. Andrew seems like a nice guy, and I like his name. Andrew's actually my middle name. It's my cousin's name, so I feel like, you know, right away I want to give this guy a chance. He works long hours, he runs a daycare center, seems like an overall nice guy. So he doesn't have friends, but who cares? Food over friends, I always say. Friends are overrated anyway. Comment below and let me know what you guys think about him not really having friends at his age. Do you think it's weird? I know there's that saying where if a girl doesn't have friends, then that's a red flag. I think the same thing applies for guys. I know I just said that I don't have friends, but clearly that was a lie. Clearly I'm very popular because I have a lot of friends. I have over 200,000 wet socks, and I love every single one of you So next scene, Andrew's playing tennis with himself, and he's saying that he's had the opportunity to date a lot of great women, but nothing actually worked out between the women that he's dated. I would just like to say, it takes a special kind of nice guy to be talking about your ex-girlfriends and say that they were special women. I mean, let's be real, guys. Most of the time we talk about our exes, it's like those people were absolute dog shit. I'm happy that they're out of my life. You know, that's what most of us say that, you know, questionable morals. But this guy seems actually kind of nice. I don't know if it's just me that's had messy breakups before or me that's the only cynical person in the room, but I find it very hard to believe that this guy said that about his ex-girlfriends. Like, for me, that's a red flag. This dude's 32. He's from Cali. He runs a daycare center with his mom. Something's up with this guy. But stay until the end of this video because we are going to be unsolving the mystery and the anomaly that is Andrew by the end of this video. So as Andrew is practicing his forehand, and by the way, Andrew, don't forget to turn your elbow when, you know, finish the stroke when you're doing it. I feel like you're not, and I think that'll really put the right amount of topspin on the ball. Yeah, I'm a tennis pro, what can I say? Andrew reveals that he tried a lot of local dating websites, however, they didn't work out for him too well, so he tried international dating websites. Yes, that is the go-to. Duh, obviously, you're on the show 90 Day Fiancé. I would assume that you're with a foreigner, but carry on. Andrew reveals that he came across someone very special trying the online dating websites, and that is Amira. Amira says, Bonjour, my name is Amira. I'm 28 years old, and I come from Saumur, France. I have a conspiracy theory about Amira, and I think you guys will back me up on this. She is the girl from Ratatouille, but in real life. She sounds exactly the same. If she got a haircut the same way as the girl from Ratatouille, she would look exactly like her. I think she's the real life version of that girl. I would love to know if she cooks.
I like to talk to my friends, hang out with them, and I like to buy makeup and look at makeup news every day. That's my stuff.
Let's give it up for today's video sponsor, Yourwetsock, the #1 YouTube channel in the world. You should definitely go buy some Yourwetsock merch today while it's on sale. The merch is guaranteed to look stylish on your body while at the same time making you smell like a winner. And while you're at it, you should go and join the Yourwetsock channel membership program because it is the best channel membership program. You get custom videos from your favorite creator, and it's a great way to support me in this channel. She says, Saumur is a small city. It's surrounded by vineyards. And she honestly, like, makes this city sound like it's boring and shitty. And I'm just looking at this city that she's from, and I'm like, dude, every single American girl would love to live in this city. Like, this is where everybody dreams of studying abroad. I don't know why you want to come to America right now. Ladies, be real with me right now. How many Instagram pictures would we rip in this small town in France? Talk to me. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this. I think she's going to have a rude awakening when she moves over to the US and finds out that it is not as Pinterest as where she used to live. Yo, Amira, I know you're into makeup or whatever, but they have a Sephora in France, so I don't think that you need to come to America to get makeup. Amira says that as a single woman, it's very boring in her city, and she constantly finds herself daydreaming about the kind of perfect life she could have, the perfect love that she could have. Amira goes on to say that she feels like she doesn't fit in France because she's half Egyptian and half French. She feels like she would fit in better in America. Amira says that the way to find herself is to go abroad, so she joined an international dating website, and within 2 days she found Andrew. I would love to know if this international dating website is a seeking arrangement type of site. I have a friend that was offered a couple grand to marry this lad from the UK in order to get American citizenship. I just get skeptical because I've never met someone and then within a couple of days been like, oh my god, we should get married. So when I see people rushing into committed relationships that quickly, it seems really suspect.
Brother, I love you. I love you so much. You are my daughter.
What are we thinking about that, guys? Cute or not cute? He kind of sounds like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. I think the helium voice thing is pretty funny, so yeah, I'm gonna say cute. Andrew says from that point, when they first started talking, there was an instant connection, and then he was like, hey, where do you want to meet up? What city in the world do you want to meet up? Drop a pin and I'll meet you wherever. And they decided on going to Las Vegas, which is funny because half the couple's from Las Vegas. Nick's from Las Vegas. Everyone's from Las Vegas or Ukraine on this show. So this couple meets up in Vegas. They get a cringe picture next to the Vegas sign. They have a very romantic 3 days. But on the third day, he actually calls her out to the balcony, gets down on one knee, and proposes to her. And she says yes. So... I know there's that cringy saying what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I don't think that it's a good idea to get married to somebody within 3 days of knowing them, but hey, pop off. They actually seem like a genuine lovey-dovey couple, and I get it, but I feel like they're really rushing into this. Amira says he is a very caring partner. He would move heaven and earth for me. Amira, your secret's safe with me. You're definitely the girl from Ratatouille. It's okay. Like, if you don't want to be in the spotlight, you don't want to own up to it, that's fine, but we know that it's you. Amira and Andrew seem like they're in that puppy love phase still, so they seem a little bit cuter than some of the other couples on the show. Optimism is all fun and dandy, but they haven't been challenged yet as a couple. They haven't lived together. They have only had one trip together in Las Vegas, and within 2 days they got married. So right now, in my mind, they're pen pals, and the minute they start living with each other, that's when it's going to get really interesting for their segment, because then we'll actually see how they interact as a couple.
I finally received my K1 visa. Finally, I got it. More than 1 year. We've been waiting for that thing. And now that I have it, I can't even use it because of the coronavirus.
Amira informs the audience that she's very unlucky because the day she received her visa is the same day President Trump banned all of the countries in the EU from entering into America. So this is around the time when Italy had a really bad outbreak of coronavirus, and then President Trump was like, no Europeans are allowed. And then in turn, when things were bad for Americans, all the European countries were like, no Americans allowed. So, yo, GG Trump, well played. Yo, Donald, it's fine. I had plans to go see the Vatican, but it's whatever, dude. I guess I'll just go next year. I'm not even gonna lie, you guys. I used to feel like I had the fattest wiener in the world when I would throw down my American passport. You know, when you travel places, everyone looks different at you when you're an American. You got the American passport. It was like worth gold back in the day. And this year, because of the coronavirus and how it's been mishandled, we're actually on par with third world countries for our passports. I'm not even bullshitting. Most European countries would rather take Somalians over Americans and let them in the country at this point. It's just like, what has happened? Amira says that this situation made her feel very defeated because even if she went to America, they wouldn't accept her and she would just have to take a plane ride back. And I totally understand her perspective. It must be very defeating when you're finally approved for the K1 visa. You want to go meet your fiance that you got engaged to within 3 days of actually physically meeting. I don't agree with that, but like, I get it. You know, you like this guy. So you want to go and spend your life with them, but you can't. And it's just... wow, I feel so bad for this girl that she has to keep living in this beautiful, tranquil town in France. Why are you doing this? Like, I genuinely want to know why you want to leave this town. It looks like something out of a storybook, man. Let's see what Andrew and his mom have to say about the situation with the coronavirus and these two starstruck lovers that are trying to meet up, but, you know, all the politics are getting in the way.
We're definitely worried about her visa, and if we don't activate it right now, we're not going to have an opportunity. It is becoming very worrisome that we're not going to be able to use the K1 visa, but I would rearrange the stars for Amira.
Andrew is desperate to see Amira, so after hours of researching and chatting with international couples having similar issues, he thinks he found a way to bypass the customs situation. As my friend Elon Musk would say, a glitch in the simulation.
We're planning to go to Mexico, quarantine for 14 days, and then enter the United States. Amira is getting ready to go to Mexico. She'll be getting on a plane pretty soon.
How is she doing?
She's nervous, and that's understandable. You know,
Yeah.
like COVID. I would be incredibly nervous too.
Quick story time. I have a friend that is Persian and French. He lives in Nice, France and loves it. I can see why. I mean, Nice, France is totally beautiful, but I think her reasoning for wanting to leave is a little bit strange. I'm not sure why she doesn't feel like she belongs in France because she is half Egyptian. I also know for a fact that California is very romanticized, especially because of Hollywood. So methinks this girl is about to have an expectations versus reality moment when she finally gets there. Also, California is mad expensive for no reason, and your guy runs a daycare center with his mom. I don't want to make this about money, but obviously it's going to play a role, especially because it's going to be a while before she can get a work visa. Not to mention, folks, coronavirus has caused there to be limited staff at most government offices, so I'm sure her paperwork is going to experience delays. So this girl's going to come to America. She's not going to know anyone, not have many friends, be with this guy and his mom, and then she's going to use WhatsApp to call her parents. That's her sphere of influence is her dad. Her dad already doesn't like Andrew. So I feel like this is going to get really negative, and I struggle to see how this girl is going to live with this guy in America.
So do you have any concerns about her visa if something goes wrong?
Of course I'm concerned about her visa. The whole reason that we're doing this is because we're concerned about her visa. I mean, it's not like we want to do a vacation to Mexico during a pandemic.
Basically, Andrew is trying to find any way to get Amira in the country, and what he found out is that if they go to Mexico and stay there for 14 days, then they can bypass the rules and go from Mexico to the United States. So that is how he's going to get him and his fiance into America safely. Now, I say safely because I don't know if traveling is necessarily a bad thing. I don't know if traveling makes you more prone to coronavirus. What's the difference between traveling, you wear a mask the entire time, you hand sanitize the entire time, you're actually more conscious about the coronavirus when you're traveling, as opposed to being a dirty dog and going to Albertsons to buy food with a bunch of people that could potentially have the coronavirus. All you need is one cashier to have the coronavirus and like give it to every single person in the store. So I don't know, like I feel like the way they're managing it is very ridiculous. The way they're shutting down restaurants is very ridiculous in my opinion. I don't know about y'all, I've had friends and family get Rona. Some had serious cases, some didn't. I think we are all just waiting for the vaccine to be distributed so we can go back to living our lives, because all the politics and all the bad news every day, it's just very defeating. But I want everyone to know that we're all in this together, you know, like High School Musical. After months of Andrew convincing Amira to go through with this foolproof plan, they both fly to Mexico City. However, upon arrival, Andrew receives a message from Amira's father informing him that she was detained in Mexico City.
Amira's parents told me that Amira is detained in Mexico City.
Andrew is very flustered. He says he has no idea who or how or what. He has no idea what's happening. And I would just like to say, dude, you never thought about this? I thought this plan was foolproof. I guess it wasn't. This is the best part. He calls security and starts speaking in English, and then they hang up on him. Like, what did you expect, man? You don't speak any Spanish? What are you doing? So basically, Andrew acted based on a loophole he didn't confirm and got Amira detained in Mexico City. She didn't want to follow through with this method, but he gave her an ultimatum, and now she is big sad. I'm willing to bet money Andrew didn't call the embassy in Mexico before this plan was set into motion.
I did a lot of research on this loophole through Mexico. It looked like a way. It looked like a path in order to make it happen. So I am incredibly confused about why she was really detained.
So Andrew says that he's lacking in confidence and he doesn't know what's going on. And I just think that he's lacking in intelligence more than confidence. Then Andrew says, I have a reservation at this resort, so I'm going to go over there, set up shop, and see if I can figure out some information. Wait here, Amira. I'll go get help at the hotel lobby. This poor girl, the whole situation is a big yikers. Like, excuse me, French sis is detained and you're worried about being late for the hotel resi? After arriving at the hotel, Andrew says he has had one of the worst days of his life, and I'm like, what about Amira? She's having a way worse day than you, bro migo. But hey, on the bright side, the resort looks nice.
Lacking in leads. I'm lacking in confidence in my ability to figure out where she is.
Andrew's big plan of quarantining in Mexico with Amira didn't account for the possibility of her getting detained, so they are both big sad. The two most likely possibilities that are after she is detained for 14 days, she will be forced to fly back to France, or after 14 days, she will be able to fly to another country with Andrew. Andrew will most likely try to get Amira into the United States. However, we don't even know who the president is, so I guarantee the border is an absolute shit show right now, and this year has been trashed, so the workers are already in a bad mood. I think she's obviously going to get into America, because I feel like TLC wouldn't even show their segment if she didn't get into America. Best case scenario, gets into America, and we can continue with this couple. Let me know what you all think about this lovely couple. I've seen a lot of comments that are very positive about them, but as always, comment below, subscribe. Let's be friends. Follow me on Twitch and on Instagram right now.